Hello and welcome everybody once again to Reign of Chaos Wrestling StrikeZone. We are live for you here tonight in Buffalo, New York. A town I would say I'm fairly familiar with, but to be perfectly honest, I'm not. I went to school about 100 miles east. We got a stacked card for you tonight here on another exciting edition of StrikeZone. We've got Ruby Riott taking on Jordynne Grace, as well as the Twitch Championship having to be defended every single week. So we will see the new champion Dave Mastiff in action later on in our co-main event. This would be Jordynne's first appearance since her loss at RCW Breakout in that rounds match for the Women's Championship against Nikki Bella. And as I mentioned earlier, our new Twitch champion Dave Mastiff will be co-main eventing the show, defending his title after defeating the former champion Eric Young last week to win the title. Ruby Riott, one of those longtime indie veterans who have not caught their break yet, at least in WWE and NXT's system, and she has come to Reign of Chaos Wrestling to forge her own path. She made her in-ring debut weeks ago in that triple threat match involving Alexa Bliss and Paige. And now Ruby Riott's got to deal with Big Mama Pump Jordynne Grace.
And her opponent, from Austin, Texas, Jordynne Grace.
Of course, Jordynne Grace, as I mentioned, always a former Impact Knockouts champion. Defeated Taya Valkyrie to win that championship. And it was almost a Cinderella story for Jordynne Grace to get to overtime and then to face Nikki Bella in that rounds match for the RCW Women's Championship. Only to come up short in that match to become the new champion that would eventually go to Nikki Bella. So now for Jordynne, it's almost a reset for her to get back onto the winning ways here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling. Here we go, kicking off StrikeZone. Ruby Riott looking for a snap suplex at Jordynne Grace, and just Jordynne belly-to-belly suplex launching Ruby Riott across the ring. Out of the gate, and just Jordynne just showing her strength and power on display. Ruby Riott just throwing her across the ring, and I think the question becomes, how do you stop Jordynne Grace? But I mean, I think that question's already answered if you're Nikki Bella, and I believe that's probably just got to come down to cardio. No knock on Jordynne Grace, but to go 30 minutes is, I mean, obviously every every competitor's got to be into the ring for an extended period of time, but for someone who's built the way that Jordynne Grace is, with the strength and power game on display, as shown there on that leaping senton, that cardio is not your best friend if you are all muscle, and that's all there is to it. But for Jordynne Grace, she can be a hybrid athlete. And again, just tilt-a-whirl throwing Ruby Riott across the ring. And a catch suplex, T-bone suplex from Jordynne Grace. Beautifully done here. And now Jordynne looking to put this match away here with that rocket kick out of the corner. Into the cover on Ruby Riott here. And only a 2 count. We know that's not going to do it to put her opponents away. Jordynne Grace knows she's got to go for the Grace driver, which again we've seen multiple occasions. It looks like it's going to be the same fate for Ruby Riott here. There's the Grace driver. Into the cover for Jordynne Grace to win this match, and no, a kick out from Ruby Riott. Ruby's staying well within the game of combat here, missing the shoulder tackle is Jordynne Grace, and now Ruby able to mount some offense in here against Thick Mama Pump. To the cover out of this assault in the corner, and Jordynne with a kick out at 1. Now Jordynne Grace getting back. Now these two just chopping each other like redwoods. And a snap suplex from Ruby Riott. Now Ruby climbing up to the top turnbuckle. As I believe she has a senton of her own, and it connects to Jordynne Grace. Now Jordynne just wrenching the arm of Ruby Riott here. Electric chair position into a spin out powerbomb from Jordynne Grace. Power on display from Jordynne Grace. Ruby Riott drop kick makes its mark on the Jordynne Grace here. Now Ruby looking for the right kick, and she normally sets it up with a fireman's carry position. I am wrong, as always. There's the Riott kick from Ruby Riott into the cover on Jordynne Grace here, and Jordynne staying alive in this match. I believe I was thinking of the detonation kick from TJP. Now Jordynne Grace just slingshotting Ruby back to the center of the ring, and Jordynne again looking for that running drop kick out of the corner. Setting it up. And it hits again. Right between the eyes of Ruby Riott. The cover too. And a kick out again from Ruby. And if you're Jordynne Grace, you may be having to look to maybe put some new moves in your arsenal. Hurricane Rana from Ruby. Ruby Riott putting on a hell of an effort here against Jordynne Grace. This match started off extremely one-sided for Jordynne. Jordynne's advantage, but Ruby's been able to keep up the pace with Jordynne. Another running Hurricane Rana from Ruby Riott. And again, we still don't have a challenger for Nikki Bella in her women's championship at RCW Solar Flare. It'll be in the next couple of weeks. But Jordynne with the Grace driver. And Ruby had her feet well within reach of the ropes, and Jordynne just with no respect to Ruby. Power bomb, sit out. Power bomb from Jordynne Grace. The only person I could think that would be contending for Nikki Bella's championship is Sasha Banks after a dominating performance last week over Paige. But I'm just a commentator. I don't know what's going on here. And off the comeback, Jordynne Grace picks up the victory over Ruby Riott. As much as it wasn't a one-sided contest, as much as Jordynne wanted, it's more of a fight than she got. And Jordynne Grace able to continue her momentum for the Women's Championship. And we see that senton from Ruby Riott, followed by the Riott kick. And then also not being enough, but again, we still don't have any firm confirmation on who's going to be facing Nikki Bella for the Women's Championship at Solar Flare. And here's Jordynne Grace hitting that second Grace driver well within the ropes again for a rope break. But she still picked up the victory here tonight on RCW StrikeZone. As we now move on to our next match here on this week's edition of StrikeZone. Up next we have Rhino taking on Dolph Ziggler. Rhino still looking to make a name here for himself. I mean, he's already got a huge name for himself, being a bona fide legend and Impact in ECW and the hardcore division of WWE. And he takes on Dolph Ziggler here tonight.
Making his way to the ring from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 295 pounds, Rhino.
And what can we say that hasn't already been said about Rhino? ECW champion, ECW tag team. He's pretty much a Triple Crown winner in ECW. Former TNA champion, hardcore champion in WWE. One half of the inaugural SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The Rhino has to contend with the All-American wrestler in Dolph Ziggler.
From Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 218 pounds, Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler, former Twitch champion here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling, as I mentioned many times before. So he was able to get the job done. I mean, not that he needs to prove himself every week, but definitely helps have the accolades if you can back it up. And here we go, matchup underway here. And Dolph Ziggler out of the gate with a running elbow, taking down Rhino. Keeping the big man grounded, and that's smart strategy if you're Dolph Ziggler. And you would have to be thinking, if you're Dolph Ziggler, that Leo Rush has got to be creeping in the back of your mind. Knowing that a couple of weeks ago that Leo Rush did try to go after Dolph Ziggler in an assault after his match. And of course, that all stems from another number of weeks ago that Dolph Ziggler in the World Championship Tournament stole a victory from Leo Rush, and these two are going to have to come to a head at some point in the future, possibly at Solar Flare. And now, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute, Lio Rush. What's he doing here? Whoa, 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 wait a minute. Lio Rush with the rolling cutter to Rhino. What the hell's going on? Cover. And I don't know what just happened. Lio Rush just screwed Rhino out of a match here, and he gave it to Ziggler. I was just talking about how they're rivals, but now Lio Rush almost taking a page out of Ziggler's playbook. I don't know what just happened. That
Here is your winner, Dolph Ziggler.
I mean, there's got to be some reason behind it here for Lio Rush to do what he did, but I have honestly no idea. Maybe just to prove the point that Ziggler can't win without any kind of cheating. I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. But coming up next, we got ourselves the RCW Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, taking on the Authors of Pain. Again, the Street Profits are rather questionable champions here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling after earning a first victory against the Colognes in a count-out victory. And then the same thing at Breakout against the Bar. Then would lead to a Falls Count Anywhere match. The following StrikeZone for the tag titles, and then that's when we finally got decisive champions, and the Profits picking up the victory there, and here they go against the Authors of Pain. And of course, AOP put on a great battle against the Bar. Then their first round opponents for the tag team title tournament, Heavy Machinery. But you can watch both those matches back right now over on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Tubasplat under the WW at the RCW playlist. The 2K19 reboot. Now Akam just taking it to Montez Ford right here. I believe Akam, a former mixed martial arts fighter. So I would not want to be trading heavy hands with Akam. Suplex from Montez. And obviously Montez got to feel like the odd man out here, that his partner Angelo Dawkins and both members of Authors of Pain are more powerhouse players. They're utilize their strength and power, and Montez can fly around the ring, but that could be an advantage for him, that he doesn't get caught in there grasping to get dealt with any kind of damage. So yin and yang, I suppose. Now off the ropes, big boot into a sidewalk slam from the Authors of Pain. And now Razor headbutt to Angelo Dawkins. Shoulder tackle from Angelo Dawkins, and he's looking to make the tag back to Montez. I think Angelo doesn't want any part of the Authors of Pain, and I honestly don't blame him whatsoever. Authors of Pain have been on a tear as of late again. Only losing to the Bar so far, and to have them be the only person to hand you defeats in your time here in RCW so far is nothing to wince at. Now Montez is trying to get any kind of offense he can, and Razor is having none of it here. Back elbow. Montez is in the wrong part of town, makes a tag again. Here comes Acom. There's a leg, well, I was going to say a leg drop into a sidewalk slam, but like more like a stomp to the floating rib. And a sidewalk slam. Quick uppercut there from Montez. Acom was looking for a double axe handle chop. To Ford, and in comes Dawkins. Dawkins also a guy who's not afraid to go a little high flying if he has to. But Ford's got more of that arsenal covered than anything else. Into the corner, and again, wrong part of town for the Profits. Now it's Acom who's in enemy territory, makes the tag. Here comes Montez Ford with a quick kick to the gut. And again, back into the corner. Sunset flip into a cover here on a Razor. There's a kick out. And now Montez Ford with a leaping DDT. Laying out Razor. And Ford again making the tag to Dawkins. And using his body as a weapon with a splash there from Montez Ford. As Razor is really wanting to make a tag here, and Montez has got to get back on the ring apron if he doesn't want to get disqualified in this tag team match. Now Dawkins trading blows here with Acom. Acom again just able to isolate Angelo Dawkins for the moment. So he can't go back to his own corner, make a tag, and it looked like Razor was about to tag himself in, but he was unsuccessful in doing so. And again, just Acom and Dawkins going back and forth here in this match. Nothing short of an all-out brawl. And Dawkins and Acom, and now Dawkins looking to put this match away here. Looking for a belly-to-belly, but Acom able to rake the eyes of Dawkins. I believe the authors of pain may be looking to write the final chapter for the Street Profits, the tag team champions. Cover, and Ford just barely able to break it up belly to belly for his efforts. And if the authors of pain are able to do that to the tag team champions, I would say that they've got their first defense coming up. The Street Profits against the authors of pain. Now Dawkins is all alone, trying to face off against both members of AOP. Sunset flip into the cover, and not even a 1 count from Razor. Razor with a back elbow could have knocked out Dawkins cold clean. Looking for some kind of running offense DDT from Dawkins. Now Razor with a short shoulder tackle. There's a running clothesline. One that would make JBL blush. The ground and pound attacks from Razor. Razor maybe looking to put this match away here. Looking for a powerbomb. Swords back body drop from Angelo Dawkins into the cover. And only a 1 count. And this match is going to continue between these two teams. Laying out the right hands from Angelo Dawkins. Now back into the Prophet's corner. I believe Ford and Dawkins are strategizing here on what to do next here against Razor. A straight right hand. There's nothing to argue about. That spine buster from Angelo Dawkins into the cover to win this match here. And no, Razor able to get the kick out. Again, both Razor and Dawkins have been in this match for quite a while. Both guys need to tag out. A smart strategy. I believe Dawkins may have just heard me as he's looking to make the tag, and he does to Montez. Ford now looking for a DDT of his own. He's quickly taken down by Razor. Stripping the leg is Ford. Now Montez. They've been looking for the cash out or straight from the heavens. Spinning back elbow and into the kip up. Beautiful athleticism from Montez Ford into the cover on Razor here, and no. Another kick out from Razor. Both these teams, former NXT and Raw Tag Team Champions. Only the Street Profits be able to get one more Tag Team belt. And that would be the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Scarf hold here from Angelo Dawkins, keeping Razor grounded. And a spinning heel kick out of nowhere from Montez. Into the Profits' corner. There's a spine buster. Now Dawkins going where Ford normally goes. There's straight from the heavens. And no, Razor kicking out once again. The Authors of Pain putting on a hell of a clinic here against the tag champs. If I were management, I would definitely consider booking this for RCW Solar Flare and put the titles on the line. My God. Now Razor just taunting away at Angelo Dawkins into the tag. And now both members of AOP laying in on Angelo Dawkins there. Now Akam, who hasn't been in this match for quite some time, as you can see at some point may have been busted open by, I'm not sure who, I believe Montez Ford spinning or corkscrew strike from Angelo. And double leg takedown from Akam. Akam making the tag back to Razor to give Razor a bit of a breather. There's a clothesline again from Razor, looking to deliver the final blow in this match. There's the gut-wrench powerbomb into the cover, and Ford barely able to break it up. Now Ford's going for a ride into a modified Death Valley driver from Razor, or Akam, excuse me. Spinebuster from Dawkins. Into the cover on this match. Is Dawkins going to get the victory here? And he does. Albeit just... I don't even know what to say. Albeit just being able to save the match from the respected partners, able to break it up and have this match continue. But my goodness, what a match between these two teams. Here's the last chapter from the authors of Pain. This whole match is a highlight reel, to be perfectly honest with you. I believe that's just the way the story is going, that the Street Profits are barely able to squeak wins out here in RCW, and I'm not questioning their legitimacy. I'm just questioning if they can, when push comes to shove, if they can really put the pedal to the metal. But I'm done making up rhymes. For now, let's move on to our co-main event. Again, Dave Mastiff defending the Twitch Championship against Curtis Axel. And of course, you can subscribe to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Tubasplat, and you can not only help support the channel, but you can also receive exclusive perks, including our Discord server, as well as deciding and voting on who gets the challenge for the Twitch TV Championship every single week. So let's see if Mastiff can be the first person to successfully retain the Twitch TV Championship here tonight on StrikeZone.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Internet Television Championship.
And out first is Curtis Axel, who went to war in a first round match against the former champion Eric Young for the World Championship Tournament. Curtis Axel can go toe-to-toe. If he can go toe-to-toe with Eric Young, he can take it on against the Bomber Dave Mastiff, the Twitch champion. And of course, Mastiff has his own spin on things. Again, last week he won the Twitch Championship, and he's taking it more as a shoot on the world champion Kevin Owens, saying if I can't have the world championship, then I'll have the Twitch championship. And again, essentially just calling out the champion, just saying, watch me. And we're watching, Dave. We're watching. Don't worry. course, Dave Mastiff fought against Kevin Owens back at RCW Breakout for the World Championship in that rounds match that went all 6 rounds and went into sudden death against Kevin Owens. So Dave Mastiff can go toe-to-toe. And he can bring the fight. Let's see if he can be the first person to successfully retain the Twitch Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Chaplin, Minnesota, weighing in at 228 pounds, Curtis Axel. Introducing the champion from England, weighing in at 322 pounds, he is the Internet Television Champion, Dave Masters.
At over 300 pounds, I thought that Eric Young was gonna struggle against the Bomber Mastiff, and Mastiff pretty much made an example of Eric Young, but it's not possible that a smaller opponent can defeat a larger opponent. The classic David and Goliath story, and here we go. Twitch Championship on the line. Curtis Axel coming out of the gates real hot with a big boot to Mastiff, and Mastiff is still on his feet. Into the corner. Trading right hands back and forth are these two. And now Mastiff just taking firm control, but Axel able to come back here against the Bomber. And Mastiff is dumped to the outside quick, and wow, this match is starting at 100 miles an hour. Mastiff is going to continue to keep his championship and roll back inside, but of course that's also a benefit to Axel. Neckbreaker from Curtis Axel. I mean, hell, we just saw in our second match, we saw Ziggler defeat Rhino, albeit from interference, and a standing dropkick from Axel, and Mastiff is not moving. Belly to belly suplex. The 300-pounder. I believe the first time that Mastiff's off his feet. Spinebuster in this match, rolling into the cover. And not even a 1 count. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a quick break here. Don't go anywhere. Here we go. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. This match still well underway for the Twitch Championship. Mastiff and Axel. Crossbody coming up empty for Mastiff. Axel well prepared for this match against the Bomber. I know Axel looking to put this match away here with that rolling face buster. Into the cover to win the Twitch Championship here in our co-main event. No. Dave Mastiff staying alive. Back body drop from Dave Mastiff. Of course, Mastiff, essentially one of the founding fathers of NXT UK. Rolling senton. That's how he won the title last week. He's electing to not go into the cover. Mastiff looking for a Tiger Driver to Curtis Axel. into the cover to retain his championship here. No. Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel had his feet well on the ropes and still wasn't enough to keep Mastiff down. And now into a modified surfboard stretch here into the Dragon Sleeper. Is Curtis Axel going to tap out to this painful submission here? I'm not going to do so with a quick left hand right to the eye. German suplex from the Bomber. Into the cover. Only a 1 count for Curtis Axel. Mastiff looking for a gut kick, looking to set something up, but Axel able to keep on top of him. Now Axel looking for something big in the corner for himself, and a back elbow from Mastiff, putting a stop to it. You can tell that Mastiff is starting to get winded in this match again. Same with Jordan Grace. I mean, they're built the same way, but only a few people can be able to carry the cardio and strength and power game perfectly. Curtis Axel comes to mind. Keith Lee comes to example perfectly. Into the cover off the neck snap. And Curtis Axel is the new champion. So now Curtis Axel is the new Twitch champion, and he has become the 4th man to hold this championship since our relaunch. Is anybody going to be able to retain the Twitch championship successfully? That's going to be another subject for another time as we now move on to our main event. Here tonight, Wade Barrett taking on Randy Orton, a rematch of sorts in the World Championship Tournament. Of course, last week here on StrikeZone, Wade Barrett interrupting a promo by Kevin Owens. Wade Barrett making his intentions clear that he wants to be world champion. He defeated Kevin Owens, the first StrikeZone after breakout.
From St. Louis, Missouri,
Pinned the champion.
at 250 pounds,
And that match has been confirmed for Solar Flare.
the Viper, Randy
Now Kevin Owens will defend the world championship against Wade Barrett. That Solar Flare. Wade Barrett essentially saying that Kevin Owens is not man enough to be world champion. That if he's able to defeat the prize fighter on an off night, then he's not well enough to become, or he's not well enough to be a world champion. But in Barrett's mind, he thinks he is. We'll have to wait and see for Solar Flare as Randy Orton makes his way into the ring. And again, for our first exchange, Orton took the loss to Wade Barrett for the World Championship tournament. And what I thought was an upset for Wade Barrett to score the victory, but Barrett's performances so far have been nothing but extraordinary. So let's see if he can get the job done here tonight against Randy Orton.
and his opponent from Manchester, England, weighing in at 271 pounds, Wade Barrett.
And ladies and gentlemen, we could be looking at our next RCW World Champion, Wade Barrett. If he can defeat Kevin Owens at Solar Flare. Barrett, the former bare knuckle fighter in England. And here we go. Orton and Barrett going at it, and this match has been quickly all Orton so far, and it still is, my goodness. Barrett still in firm control of Randy Orton here. Northern Light suplex from Barrett. Sweeping the legs is Orton. And Wade Barrett is firm and focused, and he's just on a whole nother level right now, taking down Orton. Taking out Randy Orton. Short shoulder tackle from Orton. And now Randy's starting to go to work, and he's focusing on that right elbow that we know is... Well, wait a minute. Now we got Kevin Owens coming out here. Again, Kevin Owens not taken lightly to the comments made last week by Wade Barrett. Randy, you might want to turn around, Randy. But Orton, again, just like the Viper he is, able to sense everything that's going around him. Barrett getting laid out. And the referee checking the entryway. And we've had 2 run-ins this week. Make sure that nobody else is able to come out here. And Kevin Owens watching his opponent for Solar Flare. And there's the Winds of Change side slam from Wade Barrett. You know, Barrett loading up the bullhammer elbow to Randy Orton. And that may be all she wrote for Randy Orton, and no. Randy Orton still staying alive in the main event here of StrikeZone this week. As Randy did earlier, I would continue to work on the elbow and the right arm of Wade Barrett. That way he can have it not do so much damage for when he hits the bullhammer elbow, as it proved otherwise already. Back elbow from Orton. Randy getting them lined up for the DDT through the middle rope. Look to line and sinker. Now Randy looking to deliver the RKO to Wade Barrett. Both legs hooked into the cover. Barrett's, whoa, wait a minute. Barrett kicked out, but Kevin Owens pulling the referee out of the ring, and ground and pound from Wade Barrett. Now Barrett using the ropes to his advantage. Driving the knee right into the face of Randy Orton. And these two guys just absolutely dissecting each other. And Orton is loving it here. Randy leaving Barrett up to dry off the top rope. Now Orton power slam to Wade Barrett. And Randy again, DDT. And Kevin Owens is was trying to remove the top turnbuckle. I don't know what the hell Kevin Owens is doing here, but I thought he would be scouting Wade Barrett here, but I don't know what Kevin's doing. He's just trying to go here to come here to cause chaos. I'll get it right. And now Barrett able to take advantage of the referee's distraction with Kevin Owens. There's the size change side slam, and now Kevin Owens has been ejected out of the match. Referee into the cover, having no idea what's happening. To be perfectly honest, I don't think I do either. So much happening here. There's the bullhammer elbow countered by Orton. Olympic slam. Now Randy just attacking every appendage and anything that he can get his teeth into. Wade Barrett. Barrett with a big boot. Busting open Randy Orton right on the forehead. And now Orton snake eyes to Wade Barrett. Maybe looking for an eye there. Back suplex by Orton. And Randy dragging Barrett back to the center of the ring. Dragon screw take. And a high stomp right to the face of Barrett. And again, Randy just firing up on all cylinders here against Wade Barrett. Now Barrett with a clothesline. Oh my God, out of nowhere. Taking down Orton. Camel clutch here from Wade Barrett. Is Orton going to tap out to the camel clutch? Wrenching on the back of Randy Orton. Sweeping the legs does Orton. And Randy with an RKO. This time with Kevin Owens nowhere to be seen. Wade Barrett continuing to fight in this match. Barrett is ready to fight anywhere, anytime. Big boot in the corner. Barrett loading up the bullhammer elbow. And Randy Orton is a bloody mess. And that's not a British impression. Cover. And Wade Barrett, against all odds, has put away Randy Orton. Again with the interference from Kevin Owens. My God. Folks, we may be looking at our next world champion. You know what this brings me back to? This brings me back to the Autumn Rumble 2016. Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler in the kickoff. Ziggler able to survive with Randy for about 20 minutes and kick out of 3 RKOs. This may be similar to what Barrett did here, but again, albeit from interference from Kevin Owens, but it's the exact same kind of match that we just saw.
Here is your winner, Wade Barrett.
But Wade Barrett surviving Randy Orton in the main event here at StrikeZone. Barrett is ready, but the only question is Kevin ready? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for our show this week. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Again, if you are watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll see you right here next week on the Strike.